Hello, I'm Shavonne Reed, the chair of the Dunwoody Perimeter Chamber. We welcome you to I for Biz. And today's guest is Lauren Sok, and she is the owner of a physical therapy center here, or physical therapy center in Dunwoody. Tell us a little bit more about it.
Yeah. So I'm Lauren Sok. I am the owner and physical therapist at Functionize Health and Physical Therapy. And we have a location in Decatur. And then our newest location is in the heart of Dunwoody in the Village. So I'm excited to tell everybody about it.
Okay, cool. So tell us more about your services. I know that you said that you have a proactive prevention and holistic approach. I love holistic. So
Sure.
tell us a little bit more about what makes you guys different.
Yeah, so we say we provide modern wellness for the everyday athlete. And if you have a body, you're an athlete. And just like every athlete should perform at a high level, you should as well, whether you are a CrossFitter or a cross stitcher, because we all have things we love. And it's keeping us active and moving before the injuries happen or before the pain starts that our patients really like. And so, it could be the, new mom, where her day is a sprint from sunrise to sunset, and she's got to take care of her kids and give them baths and dinner at the end of the day and still keep moving, but pain-free. Or it could be the empty nester who they're looking at their aging parents and saying, I don't want to be like my parents. I don't want surgery. I don't want to be on medications. I want to live this healthy and active life into retirement. And so those are the people that come to us, and we really help them realize that they can stay pain-free. Saying that pain is just a normal part of aging, we like to take that out of the equation and make you understand you don't have to be in pain, and that there are no non-responders to exercise regardless of age. You can start exercising in your 70s and still see improvements. So that's what we love, are those people that come and want to thrive for years to come.
Okay, awesome. So now tell us a little bit more about just health and wellness services that you provide.
Yeah. So, at we obviously people usually come to us because they're in some sort of pain. Something is holding them back. And it could be even that you're a runner and you can still run, but maybe you have this chronic knee pain every time you run and you're like, I got to get rid of this knee pain, or I want to run and have a PR in this next race. How can I do that? So wellness is very different because we treat that problem, but then we give you the tools, and it could be exercises. It could be hands-on work that we do. So a majority of our treatment, because every session is 50 to 60 minutes, one-on-one with your physical therapist. So we're doing the things that you can't do on your own. And that's we do what we would consider joint mobilizations. Maybe you have a stiff shoulder, so we're moving your joint, or we're working on your neck or your back, those things that you can't do at home. And then we give you exercises that you can implement to maintain those things. But along with that is we believe that skeletal muscle mass, or lean muscle mass, is the biggest predictor of longevity, meaning the more muscle mass you have, you actually live longer. There's tons of research that shows that. So we get people then on different programs based on what their goals are or where they are at. It could be strength training with weights. It could be, we offer Pilates. So I'm a certified Pilates instructor. So we do Pilates with our clients. We also have a thing called Red Cord. And Red Cord is this suspension system that hangs from the ceiling, and we can suspend somebody's body. So there's bungees and straps, and we can suspend literally hanging from the ceiling. And it takes out all of the big muscles and makes us work our tiny what we call stabilizing muscles, like muscles that attach to our spine and keep us stable. And it forces us to use them so we can strengthen those really important muscles that we need for everyday activities. And so we'll do things like that. But other things that we love doing is we love treating runners. So we'll do running assessments where we actually put them on the treadmill and we film them and show them we'll kind of make angles on the iPad and show them how they can move and improve their running. We work with swimmers. One of my therapists was a collegiate swimmer, so we do training plans for swimming and running. We see another therapist likes to do cycling, so we do that. But and then we have what's called TPI assessments, which are golf. They're golf specific assessments. So it's about looking at your movement. Again, physical therapists are movement specialists. Like, we are not here to treat pain. We're here to treat movement, because if we improve movement, a lot of times pain goes away. And so we can do these golf assessments and just improve somebody's movement patterns, not necessarily their golf swing, but like maybe their pro is telling them like, you need more range of motion in your spine to hit the ball further. But they're like, my spine just doesn't move that way. Well, then you come to a physical therapist, we help you move, and then your swing improves. So it's, we provide like more of a comprehensive approach, which then we can give you the tools and the exercises to continue doing them. And we even have an online app that we can program workouts, and people go onto the app and they might have 3 workouts a week that are very specific and customized to what they want to get stronger. And people love that. So they pay like a monthly fee just to do that. And they don't even need us, you know, but like, we're there for questions and the accountability piece. So to answer your question, we offer a lot of things, but it's giving people the understanding of how they move and allowing them to move better with all these resources.
That sounds really interesting. I like the fact that you have a variety of specialized therapists that can help the runner, because I like to run, but I'm sure I have some techniques that I could probably improve on, especially like my lean forward or my gait. I can't remember what you call it. And then the rhythm. So I did go get my, went to the shoe store to try to figure out like which tennis shoes would work better. And I got on there and got the assessment and everything. It's really cool stuff. So I think that, you know, I should come by and see, you know, what you can tell me about how I can improve.
Well, you know, the other thing I was going to say, one of the other things we're planning on partnering with Big Peach at our new location and offering a fit shop for their shoes. So we'll be able to carry their like most popular shoes and have people actually try on the shoes and look at them running on the treadmill and give them recommendations. And then they can buy the shoes through Big Peach. So that's something that we plan on having within our space as well.
Okay, yeah, that's exactly where I went, to Big Peach. Yeah,
I
like that place.
Yeah, so we need to like have them in our show notes, Big Peach. But anyway.
Now, do you do education and training? I think I saw that on your website, so I want to know a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so we offer workshops all over the city in different spaces, whether it's going to, say, down the street to Club Pilates or Pure Barre over in the village. We're working on doing something with Lift Yoga down the street. Cycle, we've done them at Cycle Bar. So we'll go to different places and do workshops. So, and it could be specific to maybe the postpartum mom. It could be something about improving your squat so you can lift better. Or say at Cycle Bar, it's like, how do you spin better? And how can we give you flexibility and mobility tools so that you're not sore or you feel, you know, flexible for whatever the workout is. So we love coming and teaching people and having them understand. It could even be breath. Like, we went to Pure Barre and we worked on how do you improve your breath when you're working out? So we just kind of tailor it to the audience, but that's something that's really just fun for us to bring our knowledge to the community and, again, make them healthier and more active.
Yeah, that's so interesting that you say that, because I take spin as well. And I love Cycle Bar, by the way. You just don't realize how, like, being just a little bit too high on, you know, the pedestal, or leaning too far in, or putting too much pressure on a thumb can just really cause pain.
Absolutely.
But once you're, you know, kind of into it and you understand, then it makes it a lot easier. You won't suffer pain and you'll want to go back, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I'm starting to feel like I'm an everyday athlete.
You are, right.
So now tell me more about the Made for More podcast that you do. I had a chance to explore a little bit, and it's like health and human body oriented, but it's all about the human experience. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so we have a podcast. It's called Made for More. We have it on iTunes or Stitcher or whatever, wherever else you listen to your podcast. But we interview local health and wellness experts or professionals within Atlanta. And it's really interesting because we learn about them and we learn kind of where they started and how they got into what they love doing. And then we, you know, kind of talk about like how people can, you know, benefit from either seeing that person or things they can learn, you know, because they're dropping knowledge about their expertise. So it's about that, but it's also about the ups and downs of life and the struggles we go through to figure out that we are all made for more. And it's not just, learning about the, a psychologist or a, cycle bar instructor we've had on there, or we've had a triathlete coach, but we've had physicians and all different really interesting people. We just interviewed somebody recently who's a local minister who they lost their dog. The dog ran after a ball over a waterfall, and he went and searched for this dog in the woods in North Carolina. And just learning about, like, he didn't feel like he was super fit, but he was able to find his dog through the perseverance and resiliency of being human and realizing it's truly mind over body. And that's what comes out in all these things is we are capable of doing more. And when you realize, like, when you're tested or when you need to, and it's really kind of a fun little project that we do. And we just expose people to professionals, locally.
Oh yeah. I saw Dr. Dixon. I didn't get a chance to listen, but it said parent-child practice. I was like, oh, that sounds
interesting. So she's a local psychologist that does helps parents. She's a parent coach and helps parents with their kids' academics or executive functioning, or, in the case of, she helped me with my kids. I have twin boys. So she helped me, they're in high school, of just getting them ready for what kind of career, like what kind of, college path should they be taking based off of how their brain functions. Because I didn't want my kids to be set up for failure, realizing we push them into a direction in life that their brain isn't meant to do, And so she works with that, but she also works with young kids, that, just developmentally are struggling. And she helps parents understand how to help their kids, rather than just like, you can go to a counselor and the counselor helps the kid, but sometimes the parents get stuck kind of in a gap of not knowing how to help. And that's where she comes into play.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's awesome. So now tell me, are you taking new clients, and do you have available appointments? How far in advance do we have to schedule these? Do you do any consultations, anything like that?
Yeah. So, we're expanding in Dunwoody. And so obviously we are taking new clients. So what makes us a little different is we do not accept insurance. So people do pay upfront for services, but that allows us to spend time truly treating what the person needs, not what the insurance tells us they're willing to pay for. And so it's very whole body focused. And like I said, it's a full hour, but what people get in that 1 hour is probably more than what they would get at a traditional physical therapy setting, meaning using their insurance, because insurance practices require us to kind of use a cookie cutter approach of like, all right, you have a shoulder injury, everybody gets treated the same way with the shoulder injury, where we can say, okay, well, in your past, like, you were a swimmer, but you also want to be able to throw the ball with your kids. Like, you probably have lots of, like, what we consider hypermobility or extra mobility in your shoulders. We need to be aware of that so you can continue swimming, but you're still stable in your shoulders, rather than just doing a bunch of exercises that aren't applied to the thing you want to get back to doing. So people get better faster because it's very much tailored to what they want. And so, yeah, we have, therapists that we are hiring and people we're bringing on board. So we've got plenty of openings just because we are growing and wanting to bring our services into Dunwoody.
Okay. Now, what you just mentioned kind of made me think, like, would a shoulder injury from swimming be different than one from volleyball? I'm just curious, like, because it's kind of the same motion. But
yeah. I'd say, swimming is so repetitive. So you're going to look at it, maybe with swimming, you're focusing more on endurance-based work. So the longevity of being able to use. So it's a little bit different muscle group versus say volleyball. If you are serving the ball and you're doing an overhand serve, that requires a lot more power. You're not doing it all the time like a swimmer would. So yeah, there's different muscles involved, and you've got to work towards that specific movement pattern so that they can do that. So yeah, having somebody that knows your sport is really important, I'd say, because that's why we have all these therapists that are practiced that specialize in different things. Cause if somebody comes to me with a swimming thing, I'm like, I can help you, but I have a colleague that's a lot better at that. So like, let's maximize your time and get you into that person. If you want to do strength training and you want to do powerlifting, like, I have a therapist that's really good at that. So we're not here to tell you we can be everything to you, because that doesn't make the experience awesome. But we have a team of people that can make the experience awesome collectively for you, or even refer you out to somebody that's better than us.
Okay, well, can you tell us exactly where we can find you in the Dunwoody Village?
Yeah. So we are at 5054 Nandina Lane. So that is directly behind Dunkin' Donuts, that little cut through street. Moondog Growlers is in the kind of the same complex where we are. People know that. But we are building out like a freestanding space that is right there where we will be able to offer group fitness classes. We hope to bring a coffee shop there, but it's a combination of physical therapy, strength and conditioning, meaning we will have squat racks, we will have barbells, kettlebells. Our classes will be all strength based. We'll have the retail with the shoes there as well. And we just hope to have more things. We started a running group called Run the Wood. I'll give a shout out to that. So Run the Wood on Instagram, or Dunwoody Road Runners on Facebook. So we have group runs as well. So that's all on those pages. And even we've talked about maybe bringing a farmer's market. So we will see if we can bring more community to Dunwoody.
That sounds fun. I am down. Can you tell us the website that we can find your the practice, so we can try to schedule appointments?
Yeah, so it is functionizehealth.com. So that's FUNCTIONIZE health.com. And you can find us on Instagram and Facebook at the same thing, at Functionize Health. We are on Pinterest. We are on LinkedIn, every social media platform, YouTube. We have our own YouTube channel with exercises, free things if people want Pilates classes or flexibility, strength, all of that's on there. And so check us out.
Okay, well, I'm certainly going to check you out. I hope all of you out there in the community will too. Sounds like they have a lot of fun stuff in the pipeline, and it's coming.
Yes.
So, and there's also a mural.
Yeah, so at our location, they are putting up, in conjunction with the Spruill Arts Center, my landlord, Brandon Atkins, they're doing a mural class right now. So if you drive by, you'll see it's not completed, but it's for teenagers. So teenagers are painting this mural. It's going to be kind of a scenery landscape that'll be right in front of my building. So if you drive up, you'll see this beautiful mural that people can take pictures, and we're just beautifying Dunwoody. It's all about, people and community. I keep bringing that up. It's fun.
Well, we certainly appreciate it, and we definitely want to see all of our businesses in Dunwoody prosper. So we want to make sure we keep an eye for our business. And we thank you so much for tuning in, and there will be more Eye for Business coming your way. So be sure to check in.
Thank you.